Steven Universe is back and better than ever. Hey guys, what's up? Sermo11 here with my review of Steven Universe Season 4, Episode 11, aka Episode 114, Steven's Dream. Now, I was unsure if I should review every episode individually, but the first episode of Steven Universe Out of This World was very good and I wanted to talk about it. There's no promises on me doing this for every episode, but we shall see. And to start things off, one thing that I loved about this episode was the character development for Steven and Greg. This episode also marked the full introduction of two characters previously shown in the show. So Steven is hanging out with his dad watching movies and he's dreaming about a field of flowers. Steven is also crying for some reason. Quote of the episode goes to Greg with, "I was gonna let you sleep. You look so cute, but then you started crying. And that was less cute." So Greg takes Steven to his home with the gems, and Steven questions Greg about Pink Diamond because of his dream. And Greg gives a confusing answer that boils down to Rose wanting to share things, but Greg not pressuring her to do so. So he doesn't know much about all that stuff. Now, while I think there is a great lesson about relationships here, I think others, including myself, would want to know a woman's past while dating her. I just think that's important information. So Steven, he ends up having another dream and he sees Pink Diamond's palanquin and he wakes up and he's crying again. And Connie comes over the next day and we finally learn how to pronounce this freaking word. It's palanquin. Palanquin, that's how she said it. And Steven decides to ask the gems about it. And Amethyst doesn't know. Pearl and Garnet know, but they won't tell him much. And Pearl takes a kinder approach and Garnet tells Steven that he can't go there. So you have these two conflicting points and it's just like, you're being nice about it and you're just telling me not to go, so I guess I'm just gonna go because, you're not telling me much either way. And I thought the scene was one of the best in the episode because Steven stands up to the gems and he won't back down. He wants to know the truth because he thought they were going to tell him everything from now on. He thought they were going to be serious. He thought they were going to just, have him in the circle as well. But there are still secrets there and things that they haven't told him. And they're not taking his feelings into consideration. They're thinking about themselves and Rose before Steven. And Steven ends up telling Greg about this, and they go with Cousin Andy to Korea where the palanquin is. And the scene with Greg and Steven in the car is another good one because while the gems somewhat fill the role of a mother for Steven, Greg is his father, and he'll help his kid no matter what, My point is that Greg shows that he is Steven's parent, a real parent, if that makes any sense, Greg is more concerned about Steven's well-being than the gems are, He's more willing to help Steven than the gems are. Stuff like that. And there's a little montage of Steven and Greg having fun in Korea before going to see the palanquin. And the music during this scene was awesome. If they could use that montage music again, they really should. There's even a scene where Greg sees the show being drawn in Korea and then they run away. That was a great touch. And Steven starts crying more as they get closer to the palanquin. And they jump a fence and they see that Blue Diamond's palanquin, which was what I originally thought to be shown in Buddy's book. But no, the palanquin was Pink Diamond's. And we actually see Blue Diamond paying her respects to Pink Diamond. Awesome. Blue Diamond is a very soft-spoken character, and I'm not sure if she's voiced by a famous music artist, and I won't be looking up information due to spoilers. Steven is actually connected to Blue Diamond in a way since the tears that he's crying are because he's seeing what she's seeing. And they're noticed, and Blue Diamond's Pearl brings Greg to Blue Diamond, and they have a scene of Greg and Blue Diamond connecting over similar situations. Blue Diamond misses Pink Diamond that was close to her, and Greg misses Rose who was close to him. They're parallels of each other, and throughout this conversation I thought Blue Diamond was being a little condescending to humanity. She speaks about a geoweapon in the planet, so I was wondering, is she talking about the cluster or is there another weapon inside of the planet? And we also don't know much about the diamonds, so they could be redeemable characters, as Blue Diamond says that they don't deserve what's going to happen to the Earth. but you know, you still have the whole condescending attitude, and then we have Yellow Diamond, so it's just like, can you redeem them? Who knows? And the episode ends with Blue Diamond taking Greg to remember Pink Diamond, and then there's an awesome scene of Steven using his floating abilities to chase after her hand ship, only to get blasted away and get caught by Garnet. And Garnet says that they're going to space to get Greg back. Now, after watching this episode and going through it a second time for this review, I have to really praise it. This was a strong episode to start off this special run of episodes with. I really like how the character of Garnet is written, and I'm not sure if this is in general or if this is just in this episode, because her lines in this episode were written from the perspective of her future vision. And I'm not sure if they do this in every episode, but if they do, that is awesome, and that I'm sure that takes a lot of work, but that's really cool. And, you know, she knows what's going to happen, and she avoids that fate. Garnet can't go face Blue Diamond because to the diamonds, the crystal gems are criminals. So she could probably get in more trouble by doing that. And I also like how a lot of the characters in the show are driven by love, and things are no different for Blue Diamond. You know, it seems like she had a love for Pink Diamond. Finally, I wanted to mention that I know you guys are excited about Steven Universe, and I appreciate that some of you are sending me links to watch the episodes early, but I prefer watching them on TV. I wish Cartoon Network wouldn't have put the episodes out so early, because I think they were out for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. It was probably more like 3 weeks. They were out for a long time, and people just went kind of crazy with the spoilers. And I just want to say, please stop spoiling the show for me. Some people have left comments telling me my theories are wrong after watching these episodes, and I don't really want to hear that. I don't know what you gain from this. Like, honestly, please tell me what you gain from telling me a spoiler. I mean, there are no episode reviews out, there are no theories out on this new information, and you feel the need to tell me a spoiler just to tell me that my theory is wrong. I don't really like that. Or they'll just randomly tell me a spoiler from the show, and I'm kind of getting tired of it. So if you do that, subscriber or not, I will block you, because it's a problem. And but those are just a few things I wanted to share with you guys, just kind of keep you informed of what's going on. If you can't comment anymore, that might be why. So what did you think about Steven's stream? I did watch all of the episodes. That's not really how the script sounds, but I did watch all the episodes, and that was the only one I wanted to review, so yeah. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like my content and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. The links are below. I'm Sirmo11. See you next time, and peace out.